I must admit, in 33 years of radio, I've never had the national anthem played in front of a coach's show. But it just happened just a moment ago.
Well, it was a great rendition, and I don't think she was lip syncing.
I doubt that very much. Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to First Financial Bank. The Ronnie Hearne Show is on the air here on the Mighty 93. I'm Mike Young, and Ronnie Hearne, of course, the head coach of the Texans, who had quite a battle on their hands from last night. And, you know, when I was talking to a couple of TWU players after the game, it was a 71-69 win, of course. Most of us know that. But I looked at one of them and I go, you know, you guys are a lot better than your record, you know, says you are right now. It just, you have upside there. It just hasn't clicked.
They really are. You know, I tell my team every year, I try to remind them several times there's a fine line sometimes between having a really, really good season and kind of having a mediocre season or even a losing season. And, you know, they got great guards. I love their offense. They really do a good job executing their offense. They get a lot of versatility. They play hard. You know, they just don't have the inside presence, you know, that I think a really good team needs. Basically, to me, that's about all they got missing. They got a 6'3", 6'5". How tall is that girl?
Oh, 6'6" from the Ukraine.
6'6". But you know, she's not, you know, a true low post player, a player to get in there and really post up low and score, and, you know, block shots, rebounds. She just doesn't do the things that a post player needs to do.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, Kiera Wright went off last night, 34 minutes, 34 points, and the question begs to be asked, why did she go off last night?
I don't know.
You don't know?
She played 40 minutes. I guess she'd had 40 points. But she needed a rest for sure. I'm sure a lot of you at the game remember that span, that 8-minute span down to about 2:48. We never did get the media timeout. There was never a stoppage in play, and both teams were just sucking air.
Yeah.
And you know, I think it went all the way down to 2:48, and then we finally had one, and then we had another one right after that because we didn't get the one between the 8 and 4 minute mark. So. And I just tried to slow our team down a little bit. We ran an offense that we call Purdue, or we call it Purple, and it kind of slowed us down a little, let us catch our breath. And Kara was begging for a rest, and I think Cheyenne was too, and all of them needed a break. So we finally got that media timeout. I didn't want to waste one of mine. I think I only had 2 left, and it was so close I didn't want to waste one. And you know, they used their timeouts, and down there at the end on that last possession, they were actually out of timeouts.
Yeah, we noticed that.
Right.
Yeah, and that hurts them, of course,
right.
With what happened with the great pass from Peyton Adams. And I told her, yeah, you don't get any assists, but that was well timed, that one last night to Kiera.
That was a great pass. I told all of her teammates to be sure and let her know what a great pass that was, and it was. And Kiera did a good job moving without the ball, and then I wanted a timeout there to set our defense, but they got it out the net so quick and got it in so quick, I couldn't get a timeout.
She's becoming a free throw maven. I mean, she's hung around Peyton and she's hung around Brianna, and it's really paid off because last night at the line in the first half, she was 10 for 11, and I don't remember how many she hit. I think she had, what, 12, 14 free throws in the game, something like that?
I think she actually maybe shot 16. She was 12 for 16.
Not bad at all.
That's a lot of free throw attempts, 16. But and she's so willing to learn. You know, she wants to get better in every phase of the game.
Well, you know, the rebounding total, we've been looking at this too. She is now tied with Joanne Jones with 636 career rebounds, which is the most for a Texan in the NCAA portion of their history. You coached Joanne before, and of course you coached Kiera. Are these one of the same people here, or what's the difference?
No, they're a lot different. You know, when we brought Joanne in, she's from Arlington Bowie High School, real skinny, pretty weak, but you know, she's about 6'1", could jump, and she could run the floor well, and but she's kind of similar to Kiera, that she really got better. You know, she's got better and better every year. And when Kiera came in, she's already strong. And you know, there's some similarities to them, but there's probably more differences.
And you know, I look at the all-time rebounding leader here, and I'm going, well, Kiara's looked great here. I mean, she's got 636 rebounds. That's great. And I look at the top slot, and I see Jennifer Washington from 81 to 85, 1,680 rebounds.
Yeah.
Were there a lot of overtime games then that you know of? I know you weren't here at the time.
Well, we know Jennifer, and she was a great player, and great kid, great young lady. But everything's relative. You know, Coach Reese and Mike could help us out, but back in the NAIA days, I think you could play 35, 40 games, Coach. So in NCAA, we're limited to 26 games. So, you know, that's a lot of difference when you get 9, 10, 12 games more a year over a 4-year span. Well, it makes a big difference. So, you know, definitely, I think a record like that, it ought to be distinguished, you know, before NCAA and after NCAA. So, one more rebound, and she'll have the record for the NCAA record for Tarleton.
And that is an accomplishment. So how's the 4-guard system working out now that you've had to go to that?
Well, I think it worked out good early in the game. You know, we only worked on it 2 days in the shoot-around. You know, we didn't go 5-on-5 during the shoot-around. So I think our players adjusted to it pretty well, and I think they like it. But we really got stagnant there in the second half, so we went to our old 3-out, 2-in triangle, and we started scoring. And, you know, Cheyenne was playing the 4 spot and Kiara the 5, and then Aaron Sims can come in and sub for both of those. And we actually had Brianna Bledsoe at the 4 spot some. And, so we're going to have to get Brianna a little more used to that, playing the 4 spot, because she was kind of in shock last night when she was at that 4 spot. So, you know, the more we work on it, I think the better we're going to get at it.
Of course, we noticed foul trouble against West Texas, and that resulted in a loss. But the foul trouble, even though it was kind of there last night, it wasn't as bad last night.
No, and Kiara had won the first half, and she got it pretty late in the first half.
And you said she wasn't going to get fouls.
Right, and I told her that needs to be her goal, is to only have one the first half. And if you can do that, you can play the second half without fouling out, without having to worry. And but we actually took her out with about 2 minutes left, so she wouldn't get that second one in the first half. And you know, we went into halftime with a lead. She had been out there, maybe the lead would have been a little bit better, maybe not, but she didn't have to worry about fouling the second half.
Absolutely. Well, of course, we'll talk about Texas A&M Commerce coming up in rivalry week here. That'll be happening this Saturday. But one of the things I want to ask before we get off on that particular subject, what still needs to improve now on this squad as you go in with a reconfigured squad?
I still think defensively we have to get a lot better. We got to get better on the offensive boards. I think Texas woman was averaging 55 points a game. We gave up 69. They were shooting, I think, the high 30s, maybe 38% from the field. They shot 51% from the field. So definitely defensively we got to get a lot better, because, you know, when we lost Shanae and Karli, we lost 2 really good defensive players and 2 really good rebounders there. And so everybody on our team got to get better defensively and individually, and then our team defense is definitely, we got to get better.
Well, we'll talk about Commerce here in just a little while. We'll also have some things to give away here. Papa John's Pizza here at First Financial Bank on the South Loop. So come on out to have a slice of pepperoni. Or what did they bring today? Anybody know?
Wings.
Everything. Wings are out there too.
Wings and pizza.
Are there napkins? Because I'm a slob. Okay, well, I just want to make sure. But come on out and see them. Papa John's also well behind the Texans and the Texans. We appreciate you know, their support, and also too having your show here at the First Financial Bank building. This is a great place.
Definitely, it's a great place. Great people here at First Financial.
We'll continue with the Ronnie Hearne Show. Karli Moore coming up next, right after this. And back we are at the First Financial Bank building here on South. I'm having to help Karli Moore here, and most of you know why. She got one wing. That's about it at the moment here. And let me bring that back down for you, Karli. There you go. That ought to work.
Thanks.
Yeah, perfect. Karli Moore joins us here. Is that going to fall off your head?
I think it's good.
You think it's good?
Yes.
Well, okay. If you think it's all right, that's good. That's fine with me. Karli, of course, suffered a hand injury. Unfortunately, she's done for the year, so that's why Ronnie has to play 6 guards in a game or something at the same time.
Yes.
But that must drive you nuts, not to be able to go out and contribute at all.
It does. You know, the worst thing that I ever thought I'd hear, that I never thought I'd hear, is your season's over. And so for that, that's really hard. That's what hurts worse, is not being able to play. But I know our team will just take the steps that they need, and the 4 out, 1 in will work, and whatever they have to do.
What can you do when you're there? I mean, you can maybe impart some nuggets on freshmen that are in there, like Megan Odell's in there. Maybe you can tell her something. Are you a part-time coach now?
I guess I try and just tell them, encourage them, because they are freshmen, and I'm sure that it's hard for them to have to take such a big step, but I just try and encourage them and tell them that they can do it and that they're capable of it.
Okay, tell us about your hand here. How long are you going to be cooped up like that?
Well, I go to the doctor today, and I should get a hard cast. Hopefully they'll give me a few more fingers so I can do a little bit more with my right hand. But I should be in a cast for 6 to 8 weeks, and then after that, rehab will be 3 to 4 weeks.
What was the most serious part of it? Was it the tendon injury or the...
No, I actually broke this bone down here, and it's in my actual hand.
And the little finger?
Yeah, it goes down here in the little finger, and then I tore
carpal?
this, and I tore this ligament.
Oh, okay. So that's the most serious that you have to kind of watch a little bit. But after 6 weeks, you can go back to basketball activities.
After a little bit of rehab, I actually have 3 pins in my hand right now, and they'll take them out in the doctor's office whenever it's 70% healed.
If the Texans make a deep run in the playoffs, are you available at the very end?
I hope so. I'm hoping for the fastest recovery possible. I'll do whatever they say. I mean, that very well could be possible, but I'll just do whatever they say and work as hard as I can, as fast as I can.
Are you going on road trips with the team as well?
Yes.
Okay.
I've been at every game. Actually, I had surgery on Friday, and I came to the game Saturday. Just trying to be a part of the team still, and I am. And I'll work out during practice. Whenever I get my hard cast, I'll be able to do conditioning, hopefully. I'll ride the bike during practice and just do everything I can to stay in shape. So if at the end of the season I'm able to be here for the playoffs, and I'll be in shape and be able to play.
I noticed where you and Shanae both were out on the court stretching with your teammates. And the first thing I thought was, wow, they really are into this here, because we know you're both out for a good long while.
Yeah, I mean, we obviously weren't stretching to play, but that's just where we've been the whole time. So we just want to be with our team. We don't want things to change. Obviously, we can't be on the court, but everything we can keep the same, we try to. And in practice, we're just cheering our teammates on, being a part of the practice, running clocks, or doing whatever we can to stay a part of the team.
I have to ask this here, just because I'm a reporter, almost, kind of.
Yeah.
How did you get the nickname K-Sweezy?
Well, actually, whenever I was in high school, me and one of my best friends made a rap. And in the rap, my name was K-Sweezy, so that's what I showed the team the song, and that's what they called me.
Okay, well, that's now been unveiled. You like the Dallas Mavericks?
I do. Dirk Nowitzki's my favorite player.
Oh, Dirk's everybody's favorite.
Right.
Has to be. But they didn't get off such a good start. When you see your team like that, and you go, wow, they're having a horrible time of it, does that affect you at all on the other side with what you're doing here at Tarleton with basketball, or do you manage to keep that separate?
I try and keep it separate, so, obviously they weren't doing very good, but we were doing very well, so I think it's different, but you can look and learn from watching basketball, so I just try and learn from it.
I see here the funniest teammates are Kiara Wright and Lindsay Mann. I've heard that about Lindsay several times. That's the first time I've heard it from Kiara.
Well, Kiara and Lindsay both always like to make fun of me, or, just make little jokes, and together they're hilarious. They're always just making everyone laugh.
Kiara seems so serious. Maybe I'm just seeing her with her game face on.
Yeah,
maybe that's it.
She has a great game face, but off the court, Kiara is fun and just so fun to be around. All of us love to be around her. She makes us laugh all the time, and I mean, you can hear her laugh from a mile down the road. So she's a happy person. She loves just to be around us and stuff, and makes us laugh.
What were your thoughts last night? She had 22 in the first half last night, and her career high at that point was 25. Of course, she wound up scoring 34. But when you were watching this, and I even mentioned it in the broadcast, if Kiara's in this deep and puts those shots in, she's going to have 40 tonight. That almost happened. What were you thinking at the time?
See, at halftime, we all were like, Kiara, you have 22 points. Like, you can go off. And she's just so humble about it. She's like, I'm just going to go out there and do what I can. She's not trying to rack up the points. That's just what she does. She's a great player, and we were just so proud of her. And I remember after she did that game winner, we gave each other a huge hug and told her I'm so happy and proud of her. And you know, she's really been working on her free throws, and she did so good with her free throws yesterday. And I mean, she's an amazing player, everyone knows that, but she really stepped up last night.
Note of advice here, be careful with hugs.
I know.
Okay.
A little side hug.
I was looking at that thing there, and man, that's all bandaged up here.
Yeah, I can show you.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, when you get a hard cast on it, you're really going to be something to deal with, because if you don't like somebody, get out of here.
I know, maybe it would be good.
So, you're a math major.
I am.
Why?
I want to be a teacher and a coach, and they say the best way to get a job in math, to be a teacher, is to major in math. And I feel like if I majored in it, then I'd be better able to teach and know the information better.
Do you keep stats of the game at all since you were down?
No, I don't actually. I should start doing that though.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's a math equation. I mean, Shanae's dad, he goes up and does it.
He does, and he still did it yesterday. I was talking to her on the bench, and I said, "Your dad's still up there keeping stats." And
Yeah.
Yeah, he just loves it.
Yeah, no, he came down to me. Well, here's who I had for fouls and points and everything. Well, that's good. You got to sit behind me then and correct my errors.
Yeah, that's hard because I'm not left-handed, but I'll have to work on my left-hand writing too.
You came from Justin Northwest High School. I know where that is. It's out by Texas Motor Speedway.
Yes.
In the time that you spent there, how did that time help you to prepare for life here at Tarleton?
Well, you all know Lisa Parker. She graduated last year. Her dad was actually my high school coach. And, you know, they're a great family. He just taught us so much about basketball, but also off the court, and just, you know, how to carry yourself. And that really helps to come back here. Yeah,
the high school life really does help for, especially too, what you're doing here. You're, you know, studying, you know, to be a mathematician, I guess you want to call it that, and a coach, which I didn't see that in the notes anyway. But when your career is done here at Tarleton, are you looking at high school level coaching, or maybe university coaching, or any coaching? Yeah,
I'm wanting to do high school, maybe middle school. I'd really love to go back to the Northwest School District. I know a lot of the coaches there. I know the athletic director, and just that area I love how I grew up there. And so to be able to help people the way that my previous coaches helped me would be awesome. I'd love to do that.
Would you like to be a head coach?
Eventually, yeah. I want to learn, and being here at Tarleton is a great way to learn.
Here's another one. Wants to be like you. How many is that? 4 or 5 now? We'll have to talk about that in the next segment. Karli Moore, thanks so much for joining us. Please take care of that.
I will. Thank you so much.
All right, we're at the Ronnie Hearne Radio Show here at the First Financial Bank on the South Loop. Plenty of Papa John's pizzas and wings. Come on by and see us. The Ronnie Hearne Show continues after this. And back we are at the Ronnie Hearne Show on the First Financial Bank building here on the South Loop. Papa John's Pizza and Wings in the house. Come on by and have some. I'm having a Diet Dr. Pepper, as a matter of fact, in a moment or two. Got some things to give away here in a moment or two, and Ronnie's looking over those right now. And I'll bring this up to you now. How many people have you led into being a potential coach? Because you've got Misty on your staff who played for you. You have Morgan, who's a graduate.
Misty didn't play for me.
She didn't?
No, I've only been here 10 years.
Oh, okay, I got my math wrong. Okay. Sorry, Misty.
But Misty was a great player here, and kind of getting back to Kiera scoring those 34 points last night. I think that's the first time someone scored 30 or more since 2001.
That's amazing.
Which was Shea Kester, which was a good friend of Coach Wilson's, and Coach Wilson did it twice, scored 33 2 different times. And then Rochelle Bowen, someone that was my assistant coach at Cisco Junior College, has a school record with 49 points.
Yes, I saw that as well. The thing that impressed me about Kiera is that she got her 34, and there was no threes involved. And I was talking with Nathan about this, that she is the second person that apparently that is known to have a 30-plus point game without a three.
And she can shoot threes, but
really?
we don't let her.
You don't want her to?
We don't let her. But she actually can.
Boy, it might be a triangle 5 coming up here. Who knows?
That's right.
Oh, my. Well, we've got some things to give away, so, Coach, why don't you go ahead and let us know.
All right, first winner is Michelle Moore, Karli's mom.
Well. Isn't that appropriate? Yes, you've won a right cast.
And one thing really neat about Michelle and her family and Karli's family, they still come to the games, even though Karli's not getting to play. And if you noticed, all right.
Oh, greatness. Gift card.
And also, Dr. Lawrence, Shanae's dad, he still comes to the games and supports the rest of the team. So I think that's something that's really neat, that they still come and support the rest of the team.
Yeah, I was telling Karli, yeah, he came up and showed me his foul situation last night that he was keeping track of. He was on the other side of the gym.
Right.
But he needs to sit behind me so we can correct my errors.
All right, the second winner is Tiffany Crossland.
Tiffany Crossland,
sports medicine program, and graduating in May, and she passed her big test the other day.
She got a Tarleton basketball shirt.
All right.
Excellent. All right, well, congratulations to our winners. And what are the standings looking like, Coach?
All right, we got ACU, Midwestern, and Tarleton all at 8-2, and Incarnate Word 7-3, and West Texas 6-4. And kind of in the middle is Commerce at 4-5, Angelo at 4-6, Texas 1 4-7, and then down closer to the bottom is Cameron at 3-7, Eastern New Mexico at 2-8, and Kingsville at 1-9. ACU has a 6-game winning streak, Midwestern has a 6-game winning streak, and WT has a 4-game winning streak.
Well, of course, you had an 8-game winning streak earlier.
True.
Yeah. So it kind of it balances out. Everybody's at the top here.
So hopefully none of them will have an 8-game winning streak. I hope they all stop right there where they are.
All right, tell us quickly here about Commerce, what we can expect from them.
Okay, we've seen them several times on video this year when we were scouting other teams, and very athletic, good size. Probably their main offense is shoot it and go get it and put it back in. So we're going to have to really do a good job blocking out. They play a lot of zone defense, and they really get after it. You know, they've been down at the bottom for the last 3 or 4 years. I mean, the very bottom. And they are so much better this year than they've been. And it's the same coach, but she's recruited some good players. She got them playing really hard now. And, you know, they've been in her system a little bit longer, so it's going to be a tough test on Saturday. And on our schedule, it says 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock, and on Commerce's schedule, it said 2 and 4. So it's their home game, so we play at 2 o'clock on Saturday, and the Texans play at 4 o'clock.
That's not going to be easy for you, because that means you have to leave here at, what, 8 in the morning? And that's a 3-hour bus ride out there, and of course a stop, you know, for something to eat in between.
Right, and it'll be the same thing when they come to our place, except the game will be a little bit later, so we just got to get to bed a little earlier, get our rest, and get up and go down there and be ready to play.
How do you have to adjust that, though, as a coach? I mean, what do you have to do when you have such an early time now?
Well, we won't have a shoot-around. Where normally we would have a shoot-around. If it was a 5 o'clock game, we'd probably have a shoot-around around 9 o'clock that morning. So the players will be happy because there won't be a shoot-around on Saturday. So we'll save their legs and really work hard to get prepared for them tomorrow, and may bring them back tomorrow afternoon for another little walkthrough, so they're really familiar with what they do. And we'll just go down there and play at 2 o'clock.
Well, if Commerce did that to us, how come we can't move the time to like 10 o'clock for them?
10 in the morning?
No, p.m.
Oh, p.m. Okay. No, I'm not. That's pretty close to my bedtime.
We sure don't want that. That's for sure there. And as far as we talked about this in the postgame show last night, there are not a lot of schools yet who have your new configuration on offense, because you know you had the triangle 3 going. Now it's a triangle 4, so that can be an advantage for you.
I hope so. You know, Commerce, of course, they're probably going to watch that video from last night, and you know, in the 3-out triangle, we have a lot more options that we can run, and when we run the 4-out, it's just the floor is a little more spread, more opportunity to drive. And it gives Kier a lot more room inside where there's not another post player in there. So, you know, it's got its advantages, and but we'll still, I'm sure, be running our old triangle.
Will we see Kiera take a 3?
If we get 40 ahead,
she won't be in the game if they're 40
I'm not saying Saturday. If we could ever get 40 ahead of someone in the future, we might let her take one.
I saw Kareem Abdul-Jabbar do a sky hook 4-3 once. In an NBA game.
I didn't know he did that.
Yeah,
he make it?
He made it.
He made it?
Yeah, he made it. Sky up from about 25 feet and he hit it.
Wow.
So,
yeah.
But,
Darlene, fortunate we got to watch him play one time. You know, quite a player.
Yeah, well, I know that's, and those are the kind that just rarely come along too.
Definitely.
So, Darlene goes with you everywhere.
She'll be there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's your support staff.
She loves the Texans. It's not me, it's the Texans.
That's greatness too. She even let me sit in the front seat there one week. And
she sure did.
Yeah, I know, you don't have to. I mean, I'll take my seat behind you.
She's complained about it ever since then.
Yeah.
No, she did.
I'm sitting in seat number 19. Okay. That'll be good. All right, Coach. Well, we'll be leaving Saturday, heading up to Commerce, and hopefully get a W out of that, and come on back home and do the same thing again.
Okay, and one last time, I'd like to really say last night was really a special night, you know, having a single game and a tremendous crowd. There was almost 1,900 people there, the band, the drill team, cheerleaders, the plowboys, and I thought the fans really were loud and really helped us win that game last night. And it was just, you know, an autograph night. It was just a special night for the ladies.
Oh, you should have heard it in the broadcast. It was loud. I loved it. It was terrific. Great place to play.
Good.
All right, Ronnie Hearne, the head coach of the Texans. This has been the Ronnie Hearne Show at First Financial Bank in the South Loop. Remember, 1:45 on Saturday will be the pregame time. Then the Texans will be playing A&M Commerce as well. But 1:45 pregame time right here in the Mighty 93. Until then, take care.